The fate of House Starfall grows darker with every turn. Dayne pirates and lost Targaryens emerge from the shadows. New candidates for Sword of the Morning rise from the most surprising places. The Mad King Damieon's lunacy threatens to consume the realm, yet his madness may be twisted to our advantage. Independence looms on the horizon, but the cost will be great. And if Hugh Starfall didn't already have enough to bear, betrayal now strikes from within his own family. Hello everybody and welcome back to Dorne. We are still Hugh Starfall, 52 years of age. Actually some tremendous stats at the moment. Diplomat, Herbalist, Eager Reveler, obviously Consecrated Blood, we're flying Green Comet, Journaler, Pilgrim, Comely, Strong, Knight, Skilled Fighter, Experienced Traveler, and last but not least, an absolute social pariah. That's okay though, we don't need friends, we need answers. We need answers to the question of where the hell do we go next? I think realistically, from reading through some of your comments, the general sentiment seems to be to go for independence, found our own empire, and then go to war with the Iron Throne under the banner of our very own empire and try and place one of our family members in control of these Lord Paramouncies inside of what is now the Iron Throne. I also wanted to mention some people had said that hatching an egg is inside of activities, which I believe is correct. I just certainly don't have it as an option yet. I imagine that's because I'm already bonded with a dragon. We'll keep an eye on this, but obviously our current egg is petrified, so can't really expect much out of that. I may even try and take it back off of my actual head dragon keeper if I can. Let me retrieve this, please. And we're actually just going to put this in our court so that even though it is petrified, it can give us some bonuses, and it is there as a reminder of the fact that we are now dragon lords. What else? I still do not have the mod that enables me to capture and tame dragons easier. I'm still going to do that manually. I do want to install it. I'm just recording on a very tight schedule these days. So if anything goes wrong or causes issues or messes up a save, I can probably get it back. But if it delays me too long, that's me missing a video, and I hate missing videos. In terms of next steps, we are gonna want to upgrade our army as much as we possibly can here. I want to keep working through our economy as well. I would like to give Valyria here some more time to cook, essentially. I want to build up some of these other holdings, start getting that nice tax revenue. Work on getting our stewardship up as well so that the more individual holdings we can hold inside of Valyria, the better for all of these beautiful bonuses that we get here. 2,000 gold to make the Ruined Barracks of Valyria the Royal Barracks of Valyria, with some very, very nice bonuses to the station men-at-arms here. So I think if we can start to leverage Valyria a little bit more, that should put us an awful lot closer to being able to stand on our own 2 feet against the Iron Throne and King Damieon Targaryen, who, unlike me, is well connected despite the fact that he is disfigured, a lunatic, milk of the poppy addict, and a drunkard. Out of curiosity, I did want to have a look at what an independence faction would actually look like here. It is interesting because when we look at some of the actual vassals inside of the realm here, they all absolutely love the king. Obviously, dragons are playing a big factor in that. There's obviously Blackfire as well. Then they just have a ton of other traits that they really, really like. There's quite a few that they dislike, but just significantly more that they do. So it could be quite difficult to have any of these join independently. And to be honest, I'm not even sure if I really want them to. I mean, I suppose it's whatever's best for me, but I don't necessarily want to shatter the actual Iron Throne on my exit either. I just want Dorne to be independent. So we could just declare a straight up war, but we're going to have to severely bump out our army then to be able to keep up with this 115,000 men. And that's just them independently. We've seen this almost double when they actually have a rebellion to deal with. The alternative is that we could attempt to actually get some strong hooks on some of the other Lord Power Mounts and then actually force them to join our faction. That would be rather interesting, particularly with the Vale and the Westerlands here, which would be 100k taken from the Iron Throne and added into our army. Speaking of that as well, we are now at a bit of a crossroads in terms of our actual lifestyle focus. We've just finished the actual diplomat tree. We have one more perk point here, so we could go for sway schemes, firm hand, befriend, heart of the family as well. And then we rotate either into stewardship and try and actually hold some more of those holdings inside of Valyria, or intrigue and go all in at trying to actually scheme against some of those other Lord Power Mounts. The thing is though, even if I fabricate a hook on them, a weak hook is no real use. We realistically need a strong hook to get them into the faction with us. For now, we're still in the build-up stage. So let's focus on stewardship here. Give me +3 stewardship. Does that help my domain holdings at all? No, it doesn't. We'll focus on that though. We'll focus on the build-up. Because thus far, obviously, we have been building up and expanding, but with no strong aim just yet. Whereas I feel like if we now put our foot down and say we are specifically building up towards independence, that should help give us some direction. I did also get some feedback about how giving all of our newly conquered lands to members of our family can make it a little bit confusing when all of the banners look the same. I perfectly hear you. Do bear in mind that I somewhat made the mistake of giving this land away to where it's actually Republic vassals. This is a equal Republican succession type, so chances are quite a few of these lands will actually fall out of our house relatively soon anyway. Not that big of a deal. Good to know in the future if we really do want to land somebody. But as we expand out now, I will likely start giving it to some other families and just bring some other families and dynasties into the mix as well. We've obviously been focusing a ton on House Starfall itself. Obviously, the actual Danes themselves have been dwindling. We do still have one over here in Radiant Cliffs, Lady Marissa Dayne, so they are still around, just dwindling in numbers. But I would like if somewhere along the way, even if it happened naturally, if we ended up actually making good friends with one of the other houses here that could possibly end up being one of our loyal subjects that aid us in war, and possibly even we marry into them as well and really try and get some storylines going there. Look at this for an offer for Aaron Starfall here. They are offering him to squire under Darren Waxley, a leper with 0 prowess. I do not think so. Sir Glendon Massey here seems a much better candidate. Strong, skilled fighter, 24 prowess. We will take that. Off you go, Aaron. Did our maester die again? Oh my word, he did. Send for a new maester, please. Okay, nice. A young maester this time. Interestingly, Drowned God Ironborn. Fair enough. Maester, whole of body, astute intellectual, that will do. You're content and lazy, just the type of men we like around us. Oh, look at this. Questions of gender settled. Though up till now, I and the rest of the world have been assuming that Misa was a male dragon, I am now told that Athis is declaring that this has been confirmed. Misa is indeed male. This puts to rest the question of Misa's gender once and for all. That is interesting. Good to know. But it does mean that we do not have 2 females in the Dragon Pit anymore, just one in the form of Visenion. Ooh, Dragon Keepers delve deeper mysteries. Brandon reports that a number of Dragon Keepers are conducting a joint research effort in an attempt to provide insights into dragons. We have made several interesting observations relating to gaps in our knowledge of dragon keeping that have been lost in the doom of old Valyria. These insights may lead to better care for Caraxes throughout his life, as well as a more fearsome spectacle to those who would stand in our way. Interesting. Brandon gains conducting dragon research for 10 years, upping his learning by 2. You know what? I want to wear the actual dynastic plate of the dragon as well, rather than what I've been wearing, because when I see somebody else wearing that come up, they look fresher than me, and we can't have that. The investment funds returns, and we've actually made a profit of 120 gold. I haven't been showing this in a while because all I've been doing is losing money, but it's about long-term growth. Don't worry about it. Ooh, failed taming attempt. What was that? That was Aston. I missed the notification to know exactly who it was, but I believe it was this Aston, who is the same man we are trying to raise to become the next Sword of the Morning. His traits aren't looking great though. Despite being charming, he is sadistic, vengeful, and deceitful. Not exactly Sword of the Morning quality, but maybe we can reshape him. Who's this? Darren Starfall of Great Villabosh is challenging us to a board game. Absolutely. Let's focus on Intrigue here. We'll throw in a bit of learning as well. There's some decent stats for us. Finish up with Intrigue. Darren takes it personally. We have won. Good game, my friend. Good game. Please don't rival me because we are family. Let's not fall out over a chess game. Who are you? To the blathering Hugh, Curl, your crimes against me are reprehensible. Meet me in single combat and let battle judge our differences. It's a non-lethal single combat. Who are you though? You're my rival, so I must have conquered you at some point. Yep, you were appointed to the city of Theros here, which is now a Starfall banner. So no doubt I took that off of you. I accept your challenge. I don't think I've ever seen this one before. Taste silver wench. You hurl a heavy silver purse at Draselka's face. Absolutely. Let's attempt to disarm. Works for us because we're patient. Confident attack. We'll throw another 20 silver at her. Oh no, she's beaten us. For God's sake, let's pin you. We'll get some revenge eventually. Sorry, I just got too interested in throwing gold at her. That just really appealed to me. You'll rue the day you defeated Lord Hugh. Listen, we have decent intrigue. We've been working on that. Let's get a reward from it. Let's just deal. We cannot have her going around saying that she bested us. Incredible. We have the Lord Paramount of the Stormlands willing to be our assassin. We have the Lord Paramount of the Westerlands willing to be our footpad. Our sister with the dragon is the infiltrator. And then one of our cousins is our actual assassin as well. Fantastic to see. Oh, here we go. He's done it. He has done it. Aston Starfall has taken to the skies on Spyrax. Things we absolutely love to see. So now we have 7 dragons, all of them tamed, all of them ridden by members of House Starfall. Oh, what is this? A rising sun. I have heard stories of late, whispers of a prodigy of our house, skilled with a blade and honourable of heart, they say. I'm told that he's the future of our house, and, which is more, that they are meant to be the sword of the morning. Whatever else is true, the final judgment lies as much with me as anyone. Is Eric Dayne ready to become the sword of the morning? Let's have a look at you, Eric Dayne. Oh, Eric Sand. Oh my word, you're a bastard inside of House Dayne. Could this be more poetic? We are absolutely gonna grant dawn to this man. He is literally a bastard of House Dayne, the title of the series. There hasn't been a man like him since Valor himself. He is absolutely worthy. We will give that to him. Where are you currently? Will you come to court if I pay for your travel expenses? No, you won't, because you're your liege's child. And where are you currently? Hello? The Danes are... What? The Danes are over here. What even is this? The Kingdom of the Basilisk Isles. This is where the Danes have ended up. They have 2 counties over here. That's actually incredible. The Danes are now pirates. And we've just turned the bastard son of a pirate into the sword of the morning. That is absolutely incredible. Oh my word. Okay, so the Danes have not been forgotten to history. They've actually started a new life for themselves over here. I wish I was keeping track of that. I have no idea how that's after happening. So it seems like it was inherited for quite a while by this Vasorlan family. It was then inherited by House Enrion. And then it was conquered by Captain Illyria the Brave Dane. Fair play to you, Illyria. I am delighted to see that. I did not expect to find the Danes as pirates, but I'm very glad that I found them. Let me pin you now that we know that you exist so we can keep an eye on your travels down here in the Basilisk Isles. Oh no, this is not a good decision to have to make. We have Attis here who is riding Misa. He is currently Craven. We can have him keep that trait or lose Craven for Shy. Honestly, both of these traits are quite bad, but I still think Shy is better than Craven, especially for a Dragon Rider. Meanwhile, we've maxed out our scheme to murder Mistress Draselka here. Let's get rid of our rival and have her stop spreading these rumors of beating us in single combat. My accomplices gained access to nothing less than Draselka's own goblet at her last dinner. Unnoticed, they poured a few droplets of a powerful poison in her drink. The poor sow downed the whole goblet in one gulp and was a goner before even realizing what was happening. Tell Draselka, I want her to know it was me. Our player Air is inviting us on a hunt in Blackmont. Of course we will go. It's been a busy few years. We're gonna fly our dragon over here and get this hunt started. Lord Dayne here, the generous Starfall of Lys. Actually a very, very decent character. He's come to bend the knee. You are more than welcome, my friend. Very happy to see this, though. You have 4.5 thousand men as well. Very, very nice. Ooh, a new dragon has hatched. Aeryn Targaryen here has hatched Bantis Daria. Who is your father? Prince Hagon Targaryen of Bearstone. Where is this? Interestingly, it's another dragon riding Targaryen who is actually a vassal inside of the north. Has 2 tamed dragons and 1 owned dragon, which is interesting to see. Where did you come from, though? Your parent was Prince Baelor the Cruel of Dragonstone, whose child is the king. Interesting. The Targaryens always find a way to pop up every now and then. Let me pin you for sure. That's an interesting one. The hunt has failed catastrophically. It did not go well. Let's leave this adventure behind us for now. But at least we spent some time with our son and heir, and he didn't try to kill us. Or if he did, he wasn't successful. Almost forgot to mention as well, people were asking me how close I was to starting the hybrid culture with High Valyrian. We are at 37% cultural acceptance, and we need to have it at 100 in order to form this hybrid culture. It's going to be a slow process. I can't lie to you. It's going to be a relatively slow process. I have had my steward on increasing cultural acceptance over there since I started talking about the hybrid culture, and we're up to 37%. But any way that I can increase it, I will continue to try to. Specifically as well, when holding court, there are often some events that enable you to actually really improve it, so I'll keep an eye out. Son imprisoned. Prince Visario has imprisoned Lord Myron. What in the world is going on over here? Why can I not pay the ransom? Was he immediately let go? Yes, he was. That's a strange one. Did you go to war with somebody? What have you been up to? Oh, he joined a war in a claim for Pentos, lost a battle, his wife died, then he was imprisoned, he escaped the next day, and then 10 days later married a new woman. This man is living a life. Our other son, Athis, has also come of age now. This is Misa's rider once again. Interesting traits overall. Vengeful, stubborn, paranoid. I think every Starfall we've played as has been vengeful, to be honest. Insightful thinker and skilled fighter. Let's actually marry you off to Lady Calra Aaron of the Vale. She's 13, no negative traits. You're 16, and that will work. Can you believe that the pirate crews continue to go to war with the Iron Throne for the Stepstones? To be honest, that's why I didn't really want to hold the Stepstones. It just seems like such an absolute powder keg. Whoa, whoa, whoa. A wish to join the Night's Watch. Athis has always been an odd duck, not standing to inherit, save by grave accident, and always muttering about snarks and grumpkins beyond the wall. It comes as no surprise to me when he comes to me blushing. My lord, I have made up my mind, he says, as boldly as he's ever spoken to me. I am going to join the Night's Watch. I wish to take the black. So if I let him go, he will break off his betrothal with Calra Aaron. He will lose the trait Dragon Rider, become a dragonless rider, will lose all of his claims, will gain a level of devotion, and will join Lord Commander Baelor's court. This is interesting. I mean, for what I have planned, I want to say no, but we have yet to ever actually send a son, certainly anybody that wanted to actually go and join the Night's Watch. So part of me wants to let him go, to be honest. Just please tell me that your dragon will go back into the pit. I don't mind if you lose this betrothal, it's fine, but I definitely want Misa back in the pit. It's a very, very strange one, but you know what? Go and serve honorably. I'm going to pin Athis anyway. We'll keep an eye on what he gets up to on the wall. He's gained the trait Recruit, but interestingly, we have a dragonless rider from House Starfall who is a recruit in the Night's Watch under Lord Commander Baelor Targaryen. Speaking of Misa, please tell me that you are inside the dragon pit. Okay, he is. Okay, fine. That's fine. That's totally fine. Once we didn't lose the dragon, that was my biggest concern. Oh, look at this. We have the opportunity to capture Sarnor even though he's seemingly off map. Let's give it a go. Brandon, in you go, my friend. Oh my god, you've actually done it. You found a dragon when we didn't even know where it was. I have to say it because we don't even know its gender yet either. Very strange. We had seen this dragon before, but given that it was off map, I assume we just couldn't really access it. A very unique looking dragon though with those horns. I like it. I was expecting to come in here and check on wild dragons and not see that many, but there's actually a few. Not even sure where they came from, to be honest. These ones were laid by Visenion. 18 years old. You're flying around land that we actually control. Then we have Prumiax here. Only a 4-year-old dragon. Who's your parent? Balefax. Interestingly, Balefax is also wild. So I wonder, are some of these dragons actually being born in the wild? I mean, it must be if Prumiax here is 4 and Balefax has been wild for quite a while. There's also Silex here as well. That's a new one to us. And then we have Turgon. So 3 new dragons that get to be pinned to our list to be captured here that we weren't looking at before. And speaking of, make that 4. With the death of Prince Hagon Targaryen of Bearstone, Valsrix the Pitiful is now flying around Mormont. You will pin you as well. Your mate is actually Mount Dweller inside of King's Landing. That's an interesting one. I will pin the son of that dead Targaryen, who is indeed Aeron Targaryen himself. Already a lunatic at 13. A Targaryen who owns a dragon, is not riding one currently, and worships the old gods. What is going on over there? Of those new dragons, we do have the ability to actually capture Dragox here. Just need to wait another year or so. My grandson Aston, who we were trying to raise to become Sword of the Morning, is now a man as well at 16 years of age. To be honest, I don't think his traits were lining up fantastically to become the Sword of the Morning. A very intrigue-focused character here. He is a flamboyant trickster in and of himself. But aspiring Blades Master, along with riding a dragon, doesn't hurt at all. And he is still a formidable fighter as well. Exactly the type of dragon riding general that we are looking for these days. What in the world is this? Wings of Whispers. As any astute courtier will tell you, a peaceful realm does not make for a peaceful court. As a dragon rider, I am protected from many external threats, yet a blade in your neck is deadly, whether on the battlefield or in your sleep. Weaving my web of secrets is thus of the utmost importance in times like these. Though not as directly impactful, I surely might make use of Green Comet to squeeze some of the secrets from those that surround me. The question is who? So we can either focus on Lord Myron, my son, Lord Yormwell, my nephew, or Valyria here, who's just a random guest, or such base threats are beneath both Green Comet and me. They're certainly not beneath us, but we don't really have any interest in learning the secrets of our family members. We already have a hook on them. Let's just test the guest, I suppose. Poor Valyria here is getting pulled in front of a dragon and being forced to tell us secrets. Secret revealed, she's a deviant. Oh my word, we found it out. Not exactly groundbreaking news that one of our random lowborn guests in court is a deviant, but either way, let's blackmail. Princess Arya Targaryen of the Iron Throne has also just taken to the skies on Aegal here, but more interestingly, is now betrothed to Lord Aeron Targaryen of Bearstone. The man who we saw up here in the north is now betrothed to the woman who is... Are you set to become the new heir? No, you're not actually. It's your older sister who is. But as per usual, the Targaryens are taking their long-lost family and putting them right back in the line of succession. Net profit of 2k in the bank. I told you it was about long-term growth. We are getting there. Hey, look at this. The Dark Horse Silas Starfall, our grandson at 9 years of age, is after picking up Misa after its previous rider went to the wall. But great to see. All of our dragons are once again now tamed. That's not true, actually. Our new dragon that we picked up isn't. At the exact same time, we have an offer for Silas here to actually act as a squire to Normand Willows here. Kind of Chad looking, to be honest. Just like his face in the armor. He's strong, robust, and a giant. 41 prowess. My friend, get over there, Silas. New Lord Commander on the wall. Unfortunately, Lord Commander Baelor Targaryen has passed away. My half-brother and cousin, actually. It is now Lord Commander J.R. Snow of the Wall. born into House Karstark and now Lord Commander. We've had another daughter as well. Welcome Helen, comely and consecrated blood, absolutely. Now interestingly, we can petition the king again, and we could actually petition him to grant us one of our claimed titles, which would be especially interesting considering that one of those titles is the Iron Throne itself. The others would be the Crown Lands, King's Landing, the Lordship of King's Landing, or the Lordship of Bearstone. I expect he will tell us to get lost here, but let's give it a go just in case. An unusual pursuit. I am wandering through the courtyard when I spot a couple of children play fighting with wooden swords. One of them deftly disarms the other, and with a start, I recognize her. It's my daughter Elisa. She must have already seen me because she immediately bolts over. Did you see that? I won. I'm going to be a warrior when I grow up, like Visenya or Nymeria. I'm going to say, well then, show me what you've learned. Elisa will begin training in swordsmanship and her prowess will increase by 2. Okay, this is not what I expected. He's willing to give me the Lord Paramancy of the Crown Lands and its vassals if I agree to leave the Independence faction and not join a hostile faction for 10 years. Bear in mind, this man is a lunatic. So we are taking advantage of a lunatic that wants to give us the only kingdom title that he actually holds in the Lord Paramancy of the Crown Lands. A fair offer, my lord, I accept. So now, Dorne holds the majority of the main Lord Paramancy inside of the Seven Kingdoms. Through deft diplomacy and skillful speech, we have convinced the lunatic to hand the keys to his kingdom over to us. Obviously, this has put us above our vassal limit. Let's see if I can sort this out. Bear in mind, we don't actually need to control and hold this for insanely long. Frustratingly, I can't actually create the High Lordship of Crackclaw Point here, as I'm not the direct controller of Dire Den. And then we have these counties over here that I control. Let's see, can I make Blackwater Rush here? Nope, because I do not control Rollingford. So that's non-ideal, as that does leave us at 74 out of 60 possible vassals, giving us minus 70% taxes and levies. Not happy with that. Before he tries something crazy to take this back off of us, I might actually start working on just increasing the size of my army right now. If we look at declaring war, it seems relatively balanced, slightly in their favor, but that is including allies that would likely side with him instead of me. Honestly, I think what I might even do for now, it's going to mess things up in the future probably, but I might even just grant some vassals off to the actual other dukes, let them deal with it. If I can just get myself below the actual vassal limit, that's all I really mind. This also helps because even if the actual king decides he wants the Crownlands back, we will be messing up his balance of power. There we go, that actually worked. We should now be perfectly at 60 out of 60 vassals. Yes, we are. Okay, amazing. Without the debuff, our troop count is looking quite a bit stronger. Still not necessarily the type of advantage I would like to feel confident in actually declaring war just yet, though. My main concern is the king realizes his mistake, declares war on me. We have to fight tooth and nail to defend it, possibly lose some dragons, and then end up with a peace treaty against the king so we can't go for our independence after that. There's actually 2 dragons available for us to capture now. We have Dragox over in the Kingdom of Myr, and then we also have Prumiax, who is 6 years old inside of the newly taken kingdom we've taken here. Let's go for the older one first. Let's try and pick up Dragox here. In you go, Brandon. Don't fail. Brandon was killed. Okay, fair enough. Sorry about that, Brandon. You were a great dragon keeper. You couldn't win them all. Send for a new one, please. Who do we have? Darien. Amazing. Welcome in. At the same time, we have another Dynasty legacy to choose from. Now, we are very close to finishing legitimacy, but I think it's only proper for us to continue down, or rather start down the actual Dragon Lore tree here. So Dynasty members more likely to be able to influence the personality of a bonded cradle dragon, and Dynasty members receive a boost to bonding experience when taming a bonded cradle dragon. Fantastic. Cradle to grave. Also, somebody in the comments previously mentioned that they were expecting more cadet branches inside of the Dayne Dynasty. Obviously, we're one, being Starfall. There is another one that is confusingly also called Dayne, But interestingly, their coat of arms has both our banner and the Dayne banner. I haven't paid a huge amount of attention to them here. There's only 2 members. Magister Nella Dayne here, who's actually all the way over inside of Pentos. Incredibly, the king has sent us a letter, but all he actually wants is for Lady Riella Thorpe here to convert and actually become his direct vassal instead, which is fine. That's just a random county. It is weird that the letter says that Lord Hugh of Dorne, myself, must be placed as a vassal under direct authority, but I already am. I think it's actually just this woman here. This is a slight tyranny debuff for him, but we will accept, I think. We could decline, and we would be in rebellion. Do we want to decline? I mean, it's a good way for us to sort of have a decent claim to actually go to war with the Iron Throne, but I still think we'd likely get smashed. No, let's not rush this. We're close, but let's not rush it. For now, I'll accept. You can have that 1 county. Back at it again with Dragox. Here we go. It is time for Darien to prove himself. Let's go, Darien. Yes, Dragox is in the pit. We also don't know if Dragox is a male or female yet either, but the important thing is in our control. Up next is going to be... where is he? Prumiax here. Oh, look at this. We've gained a nickname. We're now known as Strongarm. Okay. We can certainly get used to this name. Hell yeah. Oh my word. What? Moments after telling me that I'm now known as Strongarm, my wife, Lady Nevia, has been murdered. Again, my wife is murdered. How can a heart endure this kind of pain without breaking? It cannot be possible. Yet here I am, my heart beating on whilst yours has gone quiet. Oh, Nevia, my beauty, life will not be the same without you. At least the memories remain, and we know who did it. Our sister, Lady Janice the Quiet Star. Why do you have beef with my wife? Okay, this is a little bit tricky because she is Sunfire's rider, but is a known murderer. And to be quite honest, we cannot stand for this. We're going to have to go and attempt to imprison her. Supposedly, we will succeed. So let's give it a go. Okay, incredible. Justice. She's in prison. Good. Now we have some options here. We can behead her. We can feed her to the dragon, burn her with dragon flame, dragon stomp her, or drop her from dragonback. However, this would be a severe turn in the tail of Hugh Starfall here. I mean, we are a very intrigue-focused character and obviously vengeful. We've murdered people before, but never our family. And not just our family, but a family member who is a dragon rider. But she did murder our wife, and we know that our ancestors had their wives murdered and were never avenged, so she has to be avenged in some way. Making her renounce her claims or banishing her, though, feels like a very light sentence. In spite of the fact we would become a kinslayer, I think we would have to get some form of justice here. However, I'm going to leave that one up to you, lovely people. Realistically, I think we can get a very decently sized army on top of all of these dragons as well. We get them ridden by everybody. We should be in a very nice position. The only issue we have currently is that at the current size of our army, that I have increased the size of incrementally, we would be just shy of a deficit in terms of monthly maintenance once they are raised. And it's no use having all of these at 12 out of 12 if we are immediately in debt 2 years into the war, because chances are this one will drag on quite a bit. So going to continue the build up for now, but I think we're very, very close to independence. Tons of dragons in the pit already, more to come. We have 11,000 prestige. So we could also steal another dragon egg and try and get that going. Definitely want to do that, but the big question is, how do we deal with our murderous sister? Thank you all so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please don't forget to like and subscribe. A truly massive shout out to all of our channel members helping to support the channel and everything that I do here. And a very special shout out to our Emperor's Hands tier in Faustbread, Wyatt Laird, and Kenny IDFK. Welcome, Kenny, by the way. Have a wonderful day, and I will see you all in the next video.